Good evening. The July 25 monthly Dickenson County School Board meeting is now in session. For the record, I'd like to recognize that all of our school board members are present except for Mr. Vanover. For the record, also in attendance is Tanya Baker, our school board clerk, Scott Mullen, school board attorney, and Haiti Robinson, division superintendent. Board members, Mr. Vanover has requested to join our meeting electronically. Before Mr. Vanover can join us electronically, it must be approved by the school board. Mr. Vanover, can you tell us why you're unable to attend?
Yes, my father had a medical emergency yesterday to which he had to be med-flighted to Hosted Valley Medical Center, and I'm here in Kingsport with him tonight, attending to him, but I am in a private place in the hospital where I can participate in this call.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thoughts with you and your dad. Board members, since Mr. Vanover has requested to participate in the meeting electronically because of the medical emergency, is there a motion to allow Mr. Vanover to participate in the meeting electronically?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
And do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. Mr. Vanover, you are approved to participate in the meeting electronically. At this time, will you please stand? Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and for a moment of silence? Board members, we have an agenda for tonight's meeting. Are there any revisions or additions to the agenda?
Mr. Hicks, there is one addition to the agenda, and that is that with your approval, the board's approval, we would like to add the agenda item, approval of new math textbooks for grades K through 5.
All right. Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda with the additional agenda item presented?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. That will bring us to our public comment section of our meeting. Mr. Hackney, would you be so kind to please read the guidelines for public comment? And Ms. Martin, will you be our timekeeper, please?
A period of time for public comment will be designated on the meeting agenda during which the public may comment on issues related to public education. Dickenson County School Board believes that the citizens of the county should be heard and that this is an acceptable format for receiving public comment. After the public comment section of the meeting is closed, the public shall not be allowed to participate in general board member discussions regarding agenda items. Public participation with the board members regarding agenda items can be disruptive, and the practice is prohibited by Robert's Rules of Order. It is the desire of the school board to treat each member of the public fairly and equally. Allowing one individual to participate while excluding others is unfair. The board may hold such public hearings as may be necessary to allow the board to more fully express their concerns, or the board may place the public comment section of any meeting at the end of the meeting to allow additional public comment. While we do not wish to restrict the free expression of opinion, we feel that certain restrictions may be necessary so that order and reasonable standards of decorum may be maintained. We ask that the following standards be adhered. The speaker will be recognized by the chair. Each speaker will be limited to 5 minutes. Speakers will refrain from the use of vulgarity and profanity and will avoid negative or embarrassing comments directed toward specific children or students. Board members should not respond to issues presented by speakers unless clarification is necessary. Matters of concern raised under public comment will be referred to the proper official for investigation and future board consideration if necessary.
Thank you, Mr. Hackney. The board would like to recognize Mr. Steve Short, BPE. Welcome, Mr. Short. He's coming. Turn your mic on, Mr. Short.
Let me back up and repeat all that. No, I'm just kidding. As I was saying, the Virginia Professional Educators does not get involved in political elections or political appointments or reappointments or elections of school board members or superintendent's appointments. And the only time that would even come to our state director would be if there was clear evidence or proof of serious legal violations, which I've never seen since I've been representing VPE. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. We do not tell our members who to vote for, and because we want them to represent what and who they believe in. Now, moving forward, by the next board meeting, school will have gotten all cranked up. I don't know if I should have said that, because cranked up means a different term now, doesn't it? Would have gotten all going with energy, let's just say that. And so our folks at VPE are wishing you, the board, the central office staff, the other staff and teachers and students, the best school year ever. And just keep in mind that we'll have prayers going up for you throughout the year, and especially at the beginning of the school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Let's see. Anybody with DEA? I don't see Ms. Mullins.
I don't see Mrs. Mullins. No, sir, I don't either.
All right. So the board would like to recognize Ms. Standard. Welcome.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. Been here several times, as you're aware, and still have a few things on my mind. I understand there's a new law about cyberbullying, and the plan is supposed to be developed in the schools. So I would like to know and see if we can see that plan, see what's going to happen when that occurs in the school system. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of faith in that because of bullying not being addressed in school, bullying, physical and mental. I've been here several times, and I hope that after our meeting in December that things changed. You know, that they started addressing bullying. I don't know that. I've still heard stories of bullying. And schools should be a safe place for children. They can't learn if they're too worried about somebody coming up behind them or making fun of them. So we need to make sure school is a safe place. And that is superintendent's job and the school board's job. If she's failing, then the school board needs to step up. I understand that they, by the design and the website, our school board is intended to go to the school if they need. Sorry for the mumbling. So if that's being done, then good. You know, they should address the parents' concerns. And I hope that you are all doing that. I sent you an email last night. I hadn't got a response from anyone. And I hope that you take what I put in the email as an urgent need for this county. Miss Robinson, we met the beginning of last year's school year. There was an incident that we pulled our grandson out of school, so we met with you. We started protesting because he'd been through years of bullying. You had been contacted and no calls returned. In the meeting, you told me there was no bullying in school. You did not tolerate it. Later in the meeting, you said you can't stop all bullying in school. So which is it? There's no bullying or you can't stop all of it? And I understand that. It's hard to catch everything. But if you have consistent problems, then you need to address it. It's your responsibilities to see that the job is being upheld. And I'm sure that she's done wonderful things with the school. She's made a beautiful school here, saved the county some money. But the beauty of a school does not make a student learn. It may help, but safety helps a student learn. And I understand too that the agenda item has been removed, that you were going to vote on renewing her contract for another year. So I don't know when you're going to do that, but I urge you to take it seriously, because her failure is your failure. If you don't keep the children safe, then you could have more children physically, mentally, and unfortunately suicides. I know at least one child that's been removed from the school that if she had remained would have probably committed suicide. So one child's been saved by removing her from the school. And I understand a lot of things can happen at school that can't be seen, but you're hearing over and over that things are happening. And why? Why are they keep happening? Ms. Robinson, it's your duty to make sure that people are responding to you when something happens in the school, your employees. Are your employees telling you of the issues that they're having? Or is it, as I have heard from a public school employee, that they're told not to report anything or they could lose their job? That's intimidation on the job. That's bullying on the job. So I just end my time here to please consider the children of the school and their safety. They cannot learn without being safe.
Thank you, Ms. Stanford. Have anyone else for public comment?
Good evening, everyone. Y'all know me, seen my face before. Nothing new. I'm Connie Fuller. I have a son that attended public school. Pulled him out years ago. Best thing I've ever done. Will he be coming back to this school? No, he will not. And thank God for that. It hurts him. Hurts me as a parent that my son can't be coming to this school that's supposed to be for our children. Why? Because of the bullying. My son has tried to commit suicide numerous times because of the bullying. Took my son out of the school, homeschooled him. My son has made better grades now than he ever has. He continued staying home. I've had to put him into therapy, different things, because of what has happened to him. Does he get the one-on-one reaction with other kids that the kids here at school get? No, he doesn't. Why? Because. Ms. Robinson, yeah, you may do things, and I'm grateful for the things you have done, but there's things that a lot of us parents and grandparents doesn't like what you do. Things do fall upon you. You're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be able to show our kids and everything else what to look forward to. Do you really do that? We as a community don't think so. And this is the reason why. Just a few words. Is our school really a safe place for our children? No, don't really think so. I, personally, as a parent of a child in this county, feel that Miss Robinson don't need to be here any longer. Reason being, she's supposed to know her place. to serve with leadership and reassure us and our kids that they're going to be safe at school. Me and plenty of other people don't think she's done that. She has shown lack of compassion, respect, and understanding of our feelings and of our kids' feelings when we needed it the most. But the issue of children, the gun issue, you all know what I mean on that. What did we get? We got ignored. We got smirked at. We got your eyes rolling at us. For example, you on your phone, just like a while ago. When are you really going to look at us in the face and show us you care? Is it more of a power trip for you? We all think so. If you want to be here for our children, prove it. We as a community, we want what we want, and it's not you here.
Anyone else for public comment? All right, our next agenda item is the consent agenda, which includes the approval of minutes, the approval of monthly invoices, revenue and expenditure summary, discussion of school activity funds, approval of field trips, approval of new elementary school construction invoices, the approval of construction bank reconciliation document, and the Dickenson County Public Schools health statement account. Do we have any questions or discussion on the consent agenda? Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Our next agenda item is information for the school board. Mrs. Robinson.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to ask Mr. Burge to come to the front, please, during information for the board, and he's going to tell us about the canopies and why we are having to come into the building through different entrances, and so we appreciate your accommodating with that. Mr. Burge, it's good to see you back, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Burge.
Thank you. Good evening. Hope everyone's had a great day and great summer. Canopies, tomorrow the materials are supposed to be here. They said it would take them 5 days to erect them. And I've been assured that everything will be cleaned up by the 31st. So I think the canopies will be ready when school starts for the students to come in and the teachers. Other than that, it's been a pretty much all summer project, but it's coming to a close, and it should be completed by next week, by Thursday. Any questions?
So we're holding on to the July 31st date, so.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Burge.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Hicks and board members, just a couple of other items. The July 25th VSBA Conference in Education, want to mention that to you. And also the AI training for students, faculty, and staff. That will be our one of our professional developments for the 25-26 school year. This is in collaboration with Norton City Schools and Wise County Public Schools and Dickenson County Public Schools. We are in collaboration with Radford University and John Brummett there to provide AI, artificial intelligence, training to our staff during the first semester, and then virtually to our students second semester. So just a great opportunity for professional development on something that's our students use, our staff use, and some of us know enough about it to be really dangerous. But especially we want to take just a moment to thank Mark Vanover and the Rafa Foundation. They contributed $24,000 to this professional development for all 3 school divisions. And so we're delighted to be a part of that, and we're delighted to provide that for our staff. So you received a copy of the proposal. We will be sharing that with our staff later on this week, and we think it's a great opportunity. Any questions or comments regarding any of this? And again, Mr. Burge, thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you, Mr. Hicks.
Thank you. All right. Next item is good news from our schools, Ms. Robinson.
Oh, thank you. Good news from our schools. We'd like to recognize our state track meet results. Our students did very well this year in track, and we'd like to just briefly recognize those. I think we have a coach with us, Coach Ryan Wallace, with the track team. These students will be with us during the August board meeting. They could not come during the July. But we would like to recognize Carly Sykes, who won the 200-meter state championship and placed second in both 100 meters and 400 meters respectively. Josie Hill, who placed third in the triple jump. Kenzie Ramsey placed fourth in the 100-meter hurdles and 300-meter hurdles. Morgan Mullins placed fifth in the 100-meter hurdles. And our girls, 4x100 400 relay team placed seventh. And these girls were Morgan Mullins, Kenzie Ramey, Josie Hill, and Kaylee Sykes. All of these girls made the girls' state team. And we'd also like to recognize Ryan O'Quinn in our boys team, who placed fourth in the state in the 110 hurdles and made first team all-state. So please know that these are all state track results. Mr. Wallace, did I forget anything? Okay. Congratulations to our coaches who lead our students, and to all of our track team, girls and boys, and their state track results. I also wanted just to mention to you about our Ridgeview LPN nursing program. We will also recognize these staff members in August. The Ridgeview High School LPN nursing program was ranked third in the state based on scores, and a special recognition to our nursing instructor, Stephanie Stanley, Kendra Mullins, and Jasmine Yates. But we'd also received word that all of our LPN class had a 100% pass rate, and that is fantastic. That test is very difficult. It is extraneous, and just to have 100% pass rate out of 8 to 10 students is just absolutely great. So congratulations to all of our students, to our instructors, and to our nursing program at Ridgeview High School. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So our next agenda item is the presentation of the FY25 end-of-year financial summary. Ms. Edwards.
As Ms. Edwards is coming to the front, I'd just like to share with the board that I received a text from Mr. Barton last night, and the school board has approved, the Board of Supervisors approved the letter, the financial letter, and the operational and all the carryover to remain with the school. So a very special thanks to the Board of Supervisors and Mr. Our County Administrator, Mr. Larry Barton, for his support. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Edwards.
Good evening, everyone. Is this working?
Yeah, can you just speak just a little bit louder?
Can you hear me?
Wait just a moment.
Looks like it may be off.
Am I good?
Just gonna have to be very loud.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'd like to present to you this evening the FY25 end of the year financial summary and the carryover that was requested to the Dickenson County Board of Supervisors. We prepared this and submitted it to the county administrator on Friday, June the 27th. After that, we had a couple of miscellaneous deposits come into the school board office, so we amended it on July the 18th and redistributed it. Our total revenue for FY25 totaled $35,468,942.55. Totaled $32,859,098.80. So this left us with a carryover request to the Dickenson County Board of Supervisors, totaling $2,609,843.75. That amount is made up as follows. Our GED testing funds, we had $2,286.04 remaining. Our textbook funds, we had $200,718.86 remaining. Our Dolly Parton Imagination Library account totaled $38,195.91. Our All-In Initiative and Virginia Literacy Act funding totaled $589,003.36. Our All-In Summer School for summer school of 2025 and 2026 totaled $110,300. This left us with an operational budget carryover of $1,669,339.58. Is there any questions on that?
We're good.
Thank you all.
I'm going where you're up next. Next is the discussion of the proposed FY26 proposed budget and budget amendments.
Yes. As you all know, we've been discussing our budget over the last several months. We know we have a budget amendment that's coming up, and we have been working on that. I had hoped to have that done in July, but with time constraints, I just wasn't able to get it completed yet. So we hope to have that ready in August. We have received a couple of finalized numbers. As I just mentioned, our carryover request to the Dickenson County Board of Supervisors, $2,609,843.75. That will be added back into our budget for FY26, so we'll amend to include that. We've now got our final award from the Dickenson County Board of Supervisors, and we've received some preliminary numbers on some of our federal programs. So we'll match our budget to that for now. Those final awards will come in the fall, and we may have to amend again at that time. Any questions on the budget?
All right. Next is the approval of the revised custodian salary scale for 25-26. Ms. Adams.
Yes, when we approved our salary scales last month at the school board meeting, since then I was working to prepare our staff's contracts, and I came across a small error in our custodian scale in the Excel spreadsheet that we used to calculate those. It was actually an error from last year that kind of funneled over into this year with the formulas. But we didn't have anybody that was on the steps of the scale that the formula error was in, so it didn't affect any of our staff for last year, but it would have this year. That's how I caught it. So we're just asking to approve just the salary scale on the custodians. I think you should have an updated scale in your board packet. Any questions on that?
Any questions, Ms. Adams? Do I have a motion to approve the proposed revised custodian salary scale for 25-26 school year?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you all.
Ms. Edwards. Our next agenda item is approval of the proposed VSBA policies. Ms. Martin.
Good afternoon, board members. On Monday, we sent you 24 policies, and that was half of what VSBA had sent, so I didn't want to overload you with the 42 that they sent. So we did half of them. Most of them were legal references, cross-references, wordsmithing, that sort of thing. There were 3 new policies that I want to bring your attention to. The EBBC, which is an opioid antagonist. I did go over this with Debbie Dotson, our nursing supervisor. What that in a nutshell, that policy is that each school will have at least 2 doses on site at all times and trained personnel to be able to administer that. We do a training each year. We started last year with that, where we also actually even train our students. CIS, Communities in Schools, organized that for us. So we believe that's a good thing. Our staff was able to be trained, our bus drivers as well, and janitors, our entire staff were able to come up and do that. But this way, this is actually now in policy that at least 2 people on staff are trained and on site at all times if that's needed. The second new policy, while this is not a new policy, it is that this is dealing with different emergency type plans that are in place at the schools. There's a new plan that they're asking for. It's an emergency athletic plan, and it's really it sort of concentrates on the cardiac arrest plan. And so as soon as Coach Grant is back at school, he and I will work on this. It's actually not a policy. The emergency plan is not a policy, it's a plan, but it will be embedded in this policy, in the policy EB. And so I'll present that to you next month. Coach, as soon as Coach Grant's back, he and I will work on that and present that to you. And then the next one is the JJAG, which is the Student Athlete Extreme Heat Safety and Protection. And that one is a policy where it's the wet bulb gross temperature, the WBGT, which is basically for heat index. And as we don't really use that system, there's a tiering system that you can use. And so I went on National Federation of High School to see what their tiering that they recommend. And so I based the policy on that. And so you see that before you. Did send that to Chris Owens, the principal, to Coach Grant, and Debbie Dotson, and I went over that as well. And all of them said that looked good. It gives you different tiering as to what should be done at the different heat indexes when students are outside doing physical activities, practicing, or in game situations. So bring that to your attention. Updates to policies that I want you to take special note of is GCBD, which is professional staff discipline, and that one is administering the opioid antagonist. Should an employee be doing that in good faith and they've been trained, there would be no discipline. It's sort of like a Good Samaritan rule. That is not a new policy, but that's a new statement in that policy. The IGAG, which is teaching about drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. It's for 9th through 12th graders. That was a new policy last year that we had in place, and we did do that. They did include fentanyl and that sort of thing, but they sort of changed some wording on that. And I just wanted to reassure the board that we have the Vector program, which is an online program that we utilize. All students from 5th grade up have an online account that with Vector, that we can do different modules for different type topics, whether it's drugs, alcohol, any type of safety type program, first aid. We do different things. Our health teachers use it a lot, and we'll be using that to be in compliance with this policy. And then the last one is the IGBA, which is programs for students with disabilities. That policy's been expanded to include an expanded definition of post-secondary transitions with further guidelines. It's also expanded the guidelines and procedures for emergency situations and parent notifications. It's just expanded that policy a little bit, and Dr. Neese will also go over that with his staff, with the special ed teachers. In the email that I sent you, it did have the redlined documentation. They started in doing that as one document instead of each individual ones. And then I also tried to give you the explanation page too. It makes it a little bit easier so that you know what you're looking at. A lot of policies to go over. I guess at this point I ask if you have any questions or that I could ask or try to answer for you.
Any questions for Mr. Morton?
Hearing none, then I ask for an approval to approve these policies.
Is there a motion to approve the proposed
Or motion,
ESG policies as presented?
So move.
Second.
And a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right.
I apologize. I do have one other one I wanted to bring to your attention. The JFCM, which is basically the student cell phone policy. Last year, we know that, that was an executive order, and we included that in the student conduct, in our student conduct policy. This year, it's actually a standalone policy, so we've not changed our cell phone policy. It's still the same, but it's now a standalone policy on its own. So I did take that out of our student conduct policy. Now, in the handbook, it's still going to be in student conduct because I've already sent that to the printer. But because they've now made it a standalone policy, I just want to bring that to your attention that we've not changed the cell phone policy, but it's now a standalone policy.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
Thank you.
Next is the discussion of the proposed student school board member policy. Well, I think we've talked about this quite a bit, and I think most of us were in favor. We had some questions and wanted to go through that and get it right, I guess, the first time. Appreciate the work y'all put in as far as developing that policy. I know we talked about the tenure or the time that somebody would serve, but I think you guys worked that out to where we could have some alternates and more than one student if needed to be, to get more participation if so needed. And I think you addressed those things. You guys have any other questions about the student school board member policy that we had or came up with, or any ideas for approval, I guess?
We did send this out to the entire board, Mr. Hicks, and there were, I think you had some recommendations, and I want to thank Mrs. Martin. She included those recommendations in there. If this policy is passed today, then we ask that we would have until September for our September meeting for our student school board member to be included in that one, since August is just the beginning of school and it's a little bit busy. But we want to make sure that we do it right.
Was, I guess when I sent it out to you, I put it in red. Was that wording okay with everyone, the changes that I added on there?
I thought it looked good.
And I'm not quite sure on the protocol. I know the agenda said we were going to discuss it. Can we ask for an approval tonight? Or?
Yes, we are. If it's the pleasure of the board, yes.
Yes. Because we would, if it's approved, we would have to go through the motions of putting it out and having students apply for it and everything as well.
Mr. Mullins, would you have anything to add after you've seen the revisions to the policy?
No, I think if the board has discussed it, you understand it, you're ready to act on it, then I think tonight's a fine night to do that.
Mr. Hicks, we'll just need a motion from the board to approve the proposed student school board member policy as presented.
Well, we don't have any other discussion. Do you have a motion to approve the proposed student school board member policy as presented?
So moved.
Have
Second.
a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next is the discussion of the beginning of school bash and the health clinic services.
As Mr. Hicks is passing out the information about the beginning of school bash, I wanted to also share some information. I know that it's been on our agenda for several months, and this week we took the opportunity to share this information with our staff, and our administrators, everyone in our school division. I think you'll see the banner out at around the roundabout at Ridgeview. There should be a banner also at Hayside and also at Clintwood. The first page that I've shared with you is the agenda. It's a proposed agenda for the Dickenson County Back to School Bash. I want to share with you that this started out as a small thing, and it has grown to from 1 or 2 agencies to now how many? 46, and we have calls every single day of people that want to participate in this. So, and we're not advertising, we're, just the word of mouth. So we are delighted. And I think it just says a lot for Southwest Virginia, for our county, and surrounding counties, of all the agencies that just want to help. And as you know, and I've mentioned this before, when we started talking about this, it was just kind of a way for us to give back to our community, to our children, to our families. And so it's grown, just significantly. The second handout, with this handout that you'll see, is all of the agencies that are participating. You'll see also there how many chairs and tables and tents they're going to need. And so we will have a very busy Thursday next week, July the 31st, to get all of this ready. And then if you're wondering, well, where is all this going to go? If you'll look at the last page, you'll see a map with numbered tables. All of this will be outside, and we're using all of the available space, the long sidewalk behind Ridgeview High School, in between the baseball field and the softball field, the tennis courts, and the football field. And we're using the High Bay area or the Career Center area. This is going to be quite an adventure, and so we're thrilled to be able to provide this for our community. We thank all of our agencies that have stepped up, and we have so much going on that day. So we welcome you to come. It will be on the Ridgeview campus next Friday, August the 1st, from 3 to 7. And so we just hope that the weather and all of that, but I don't really think it'll bother us much. And we hope that the 3 to 7 will also then be a little bit cooler for a lot of our people. We will have food, we will have water, we will have health clinic, dental clinic, everyone here. So again, what started out as small, all of our local and regional agencies have made much larger than we anticipated, and we hope that this is the beginning of an annual activity for our school division and our county to come together and work together. So we're thrilled.
That's the 12 o'clock map. I'm now the map updated at 4:15, updated at 4:45. I'm having the date.
So we're quite thrilled at this. But thank you again for your support of this, and we've invited community leaders, regional leaders, area leaders, everyone to come and be a part of our beginning of school bash. And we're ready, and we will be ready by next Friday. Thank you.
Do what? What day of the week? I'm not sure.
That's on a Friday, sir. Next Friday.
It starts at 3 o'clock, right? Yes. Everything will be set up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Busy night.
I had to do some arm twisting.
I bet you did.
We'll also have the band here. It's just going to be a good community day.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks, board members.
Thank you. All right, our last agenda item is the approval of new math textbooks for grades K through 5. Mr. D.
Good afternoon. As you know, I think you probably know that I've been working on this for a little while as far as the K-5 goes. Struggled with it, and I guess the big thing about it was that KIDM was something that was put out and without a lot of supplemental materials. The company said they were going to work on it, and guess what? They did. So we have some things out there now. They have an AI that will actually generate multiple problems and examples for the students. So I think now everything is in place. So tonight I'm here to recommend to you that KIDM will be the K-5 curriculum that we use for the next 7 years. And I guess we need to have a vote for that.
Any questions for Mr. Duke? Not, do I hear a motion to approve Kingdom as the math textbook series for the K-5 as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you. All right, this time we'll have board comments. Mr. Hackney.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good to hear the news about the canopies. I think that's a much-needed addition to have that coming before the start of school. Glad to hear, the financial situation. I know a lot of work is put into that, and commend our school system for having carryover funds. That's we've been a good steward of taxpayer dollars, and that's very important for our community and our citizens. The back-to-school bash looks fantastic. That's exciting. Looks like a lot's been into that, and I'm glad we've got a lot of community participation. Sure that's going to go great. Hope to be there myself, and hopefully everyone's had a great summer. And we're about ready to crank it back up, right? I'm fine with that word.
Well, I echo everything Jamie said, and this school bash, I hope that it goes off really well. It seems like a fun thing, and bringing people together. And matter of fact, I guess bringing more people together than we thought in the beginning when we discussed this, but that's a good thing. I'd also like to say that the Board of Supervisors and their cooperation with the school division has been superb, and that's always a good thing. If you watch the news, a lot of our neighbors had a set of circumstances that have been very difficult. And I hope that cooperation can continue, and I'm sure it will. I also like seeing all the students recognized for their achievements in academics and sports. Again, sports here, I don't think the academic side was discussed. I guess those were discussed back in the spring. But we have so much to be proud of, and so many students that take advantage of all the things that this campus, and all the coaches and all the teachers and all the custodians and the cooks and the secretaries and everybody else that's involved, but especially the students. I think we're around 1,700 students, somewhere in that, maybe a little over that at this time. And you think about that every day, 5 days a week, having 2,000 students and all the employees, and it's a pretty big deal every single day. I don't have any illusions about everybody's going to be happy with everything that happens, but I wish our parents could come in and talk one-on-one with the superintendent or the principal or the teachers and discuss some issues that would probably be better. Of course, they're welcome to come here and speak as well. But sometimes the meeting between face-to-face meetings with persons in distress can be handled in a more congenial setting than this wide open space here. It's a little bit intimidating, I suspect, most people. Come by and talk to a teacher, talk to the principal, or talk to the superintendent, or talk to the school board member if the situation warrants it. 1,790 seems like a lot, but just a few years ago, we were 2,500 students. And that says a lot, not only about your funding, but we have a lot less students now than we did back in 2007, I guess. Miss Thompson, I'm sure is all that's numbers are what they are. But I'm pleased with how the teachers and the coaches and all the employees and the parents, how they've handled the children and how they've interacted with us, mostly in a good way. We've had some rough spots, and we tried to work through those, and I think that the outcomes there speak for themselves.
Sure. Well, I'd just like to echo a lot what these guys have said. I appreciate the Board of Supervisors and their partnership with us. Looking forward to bringing student school board member on, and I think that'll add something to our board, and hopefully we can add something to them as well in their growth. The bash looks exciting. We're definitely very grateful for all those community partners that are willing to come and share with our children and offer services to them. Congratulations to the track team and the coaches, and also the LPN program. Those are, if you think back on all year long and all the different groups of students we've had in here, from Scholastic Bowl to volleyball. I mean, with all of them we've had, and I'm not going to try to do excitement, but what a great high achieving year that Ridgeview has had this year, and we continue to. I expect that to continue, and I'm sure it will, because we've got great people and we got great kids. And other than that, just thoughts and prayers go out to Mr. Vanover's father. Mr. Vanover.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Board comment?
I'd just like to briefly say that I apologize for not being in attendance tonight. I would really like to have been there in person, but I also have a rule that it's family first when duty calls. So just remember to keep my dad in your prayers. He's got a long fight ahead of him. Appreciate the understanding from the board and from the public for mine not being there tonight. But just looking forward to an excellent 25-26 school year, and looking forward to seeing a lot of good things get done this year. So I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mullins.
You know, I'm kind of excited about this school bash that's coming up. I mean, this is going to be something extraordinary that we've never had before. I mean,
That's true, sir.
Us at our age, just to have a school bash like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need a drone or maybe WCYD or both. Here.
We don't need to make it bigger, any bigger, Mr. We don't have room.
But I would like to thank Mr. Burge and for being here and updating us with the canopies and the sidewalks, and looks like that's going to be the polish that we needed. The LPN program has been fantastic. They've done such a good job. Stephanie Stanley and the rest of the staff has done such a great job, and boy, that high 100% pass rate is incredible. That's unheard of in nursing. The track team, the successes that they've had, we just continue to have more success and better success. I'd like to thank Larry Barton and all the work that he did at the Board of Supervisors. Larry's been instrumental in this, and all the work that Lacey Edwards did. She's been really great, has been a tremendous asset. And so we're just looking forward to the back to school bash and getting back in the groove.
Mr. Hicks, if I may add one comment. As you know, our staff chose the T-shirts that are going to represent them for the 25-26 school year, and so they'll be back. The T-shirts will be here on the 29th, and we'll certainly have T-shirts for the board. All of our staff members, they also chose the color. So all of our staff members will wear a gray shirt, a gray Wolfpack shirt on the first day of school, so we will be very easy to distinguish for our parents and our students, our visitors on that first day. So I just want to say a very special thank you to our staff who chose the T-shirt and the color, and we're excited to get those and wear them on the first day of school. Thank you.
Very good. All right, this time, we will go into closed session. Closed session pursuant to 2.2-3711, paragraph A of the Code of Virginia. There will be a closed session for the purpose of, 1, employment issues relating to discussion or consideration of specific individuals for employment as a pre-K through 5th grade teacher, secondary English teacher, special education teacher, part-time aides, discussion of the division superintendent's contract, FMLA, coaches, and resignations pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A. And 2, to consult with legal counsel regarding the investment of public funds associated with school construction and consultation regarding actual or probable litigation, along with consultation regarding specific matters requiring legal advice pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-711A, 6, 7, and 8 of the Code of Virginia. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Is there a motion to come out of closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. 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 Any opposed?
Aye.
We are now out of closed session. Ms. Robinson, will you please read the certification?
Yes, sir. Whereas the Dickenson County School Board has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative vote, recorded in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas 2.2-3712D of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by this school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Dickenson County School Board hereby certifies to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only the public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered. Would you please certify?
I certify.
I certify.
I certify.
I certify.
I certify. Are there any motions from closed session?
Mr. Chairman, I move that board approve employment recommendations as presented in closed session.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Is there any other business to discuss?
I move that we address the issue of the division superintendent's contract tonight based on the existing notes.
A motion, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? We'll do this roll call vote.
Yeah, you can do that one.
Okay, we'll do this by roll call vote. Mr. Mullins, we'll start.
Aye.
Mr. Vanover?
When you all came in now, what was the motion again? I could not hear it.
Gotcha. It's the motion to consider or to waive the time period for the division superintendent contract.
Yes.
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 All right. Any opposed? No, we don't have to do that, do we? All right. Any further motions?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we extend our division superintendents for 1 year additional contract by approving the employment contract in the form presented by 1 year.
I have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Once again, a roll call vote. Mr. Mullins?
Yes.
Mr. Vanover?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
All right, do we have any other business to discuss? All right, hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.